week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Jerry Hughes on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Set, 390.
Rivers now on second down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
We got 4. We got 4. Set now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The numbers a week ago from Melvin Gordon. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
390.
On 2nd down, Rivers again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Set, 390.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Completes it to Benjamin. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Two sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So not much to speak of scoring-wise in this first quarter of play. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Corey Legion breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Benjamin's got it, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it when they get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down, Rivers. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Escaping. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll punt it away for the second time. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to Buffalo after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, the coach is back. He made it through the first weekend. That's the good news, and he's going to regale you with stats and scores from around the NFL here in the early games in Week 2.
You think he questioned coming back for Week 2, having to work with us?
He did. He's just happy that he is far away in Orlando. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, he couldn't turn it into much more.
And Kelvin Benjamin's got it. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And looks to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, Allen. And a grab over the middle by Stocker. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Set! Green, 39!
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Gurley's got it, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So plenty of action on the field, but and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down.
All right, here we go. 3, 9, 10.
They stay on the ground. Ivory again. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Now let's go. 3, 9.
Jeremy Langford is in. He gets the carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Benjamin. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Maualuga. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Auschko with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Jones. And And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
To throw on second down. Rivers. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Clay Matthews in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offense... film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Hey, ready! Delta!
Maybe a free play here for Rivers. Uncorks one for Davis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offside's easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. On 3rd down, Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First down, Rivers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran. Pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting.
Back now in Buffalo. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Set, Delta! Hey, Delta! 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Third and short yardage. Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Rivers to Benjamin. Good for the Charger first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going. So, you know, I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Now Gordon on first down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The 1-8er! Black 15! Hey, hot!
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Ready! Read 80!
From the gun, Rivers. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief to defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So an interesting call there to take the three. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
First down, and they're going to throw it Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time. And actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Allen now on first down. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Charles Clay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
It'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On second down, Rivers again. Gates has it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Check. 53's Mike.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Delta! Hey, 17 short, 117. Keep it skinny. 56. Mike, 56, right there, right? 0. Here we go. 12. 56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about... Close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter